Because by all measurements, by the World Trade Organization, by the dirty valuation principle, it becomes illegal if a community like the East African Community Customs Union passes the resolution and therefore agree on what to do on a sector, it should be respected. If the minimum, the maximum chargeable is 35%, you are allowed to go below, but never to go above it. The taxes in kilos go above the mandated 35%. Therefore, rendering this whole thing an illegality. The traders are asking the government to please not do amendments, not reduce rates, but remove the taxes paid in kilos on garment sector. The revenue authority also and the government, people who used to buy things here on time and they will use the economies of scale, turnover, are now buying desperately from Kenya and Tanzania because of the high taxes coming or culminating out of the high value that Uganda Revenue Authority is using. It is therefore imperative, ladies and gentlemen, that government sits with every sector so that we harmonize on which values can promote trade without denting the East African Community Customs and the WTO guidelines. That the influx of Chinese doing trade here and the other foreigners has killed the entire trade order. In total disregard of the Trade Licensing Act 2012, in disregard of the Investment Code 2019, which laws stipulate what a foreigner is allowed to do and what is not being respected. Your Excellency, to also remind you that when we raised this matter in the State House, you told us this is something you will manage because it is your government people that are mismanaging it. You told us. You only cautioned us to avoid xenophobia, which means that if we treat people badly here, they will treat us badly in their own respective countries. Which thing we have not done. We are not xenophobic. We are only being realistic because we are losing out on every simple business that has been remaining. It is now or never that the government comes out to regulate and again on how foreigners do business in Uganda. You are the manufacturer, you are the wholesaler, you are the retailer, you are equally the vendor. Of miscoordination, fear. There is a fear factor among the revenue customs officers. And these issues are in-house. Unfortunately, they have now become public. Inevitably, we must talk about them. The board of Kasita chose to advise the chairman, the outgoing chairman, Dr. Thaddeus Musoke, to step down as he pursues his political career as the Lord Mayor. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Kasita took long to take action on this because of the human nature of the leadership. We were promised that after the internal democratic election in the NRL, our boss would step down for whatever process are going on. Everything was done for Kasita executive members to receive an explanation on what the chairman is pursuing next. Unfortunately, the document we got after asking the chairman to tell us what next was to tell us to keep quiet about his political ambitions. It was so inhumane, it was so sad that the person who have been so respectful to and respecting chose to be arrogant. Yet he knows that the body that elected him has powers to let himself aside. Unfortunately, even when this was done, the chairman, outgoing, has persistently said he's fighting on with or without us. This is unfair. The institution of Kasita has laws. The institution of Kasita has guidelines and administrative principles which are known to the chairperson. You cannot emphasize individual interest of becoming a leader of any class and forget about teamwork and forget about institutional requirements. Me, I don't mind who became the chairman tomorrow, because I've not been one for all the years I have served the Kasita. I have every chance to stand, but there were more credible people that I withheld. I stood away. So the immaturity exhibited by the acting outgoing chairperson was enough for the board of directors, the executive committee, to unanimously tell him to go aside as he pursues his political career. Something that is existing up to now. Ladies and gentlemen, Kasita is not for such a tool. Kasita is not for Dr. Ken Mutoke. Kasita is for the business community. One of the best achievements that we have been talking about for over the years was the lack or the avoidance of politicization of our institution. Therefore, we cannot succumb at this 11th hour. Whatever it takes will be done so that sovereignty is regained at the office of Kasita.